we meet first.
I shot myself on Instagram, but she doesn't.
And I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type. So then I left him.
I wasn't her type.
I left him in my DMs for like 2 months, and then finally I answered him. But I didn't want to like be nothing. I just wanted to just be friends. Like we could be friends. And then after I finally answered him on Instagram, then we texted for like
a long ass
time. Like another 2 months. And then he was friend zone because I didn't like. He was like, "Am I friend zone?" I was like, "Yes." I was not into him.
What are you doing? Leanna, what are you doing?
And for you to talk about, well, the reason why I left him on and for my inbox, well, you know, he's younger than me and he cheated. You see, now you threw that man on the bus. We didn't need to know that. We did not need to know that. Why you put that man business in the street? Are you perfect? Look, I don't like the part of oversharing in a relationship. Welcome back to the Brothapocalypse Channel, where more men are still avoiding relationships and marriage like a bad disease.
To drink, he doesn't drink. And I'm Hispanic, so I have tequila like in my veins. So I drink. I don't drink a lot, but I drink, and I used to party and stuff. And he would literally drive me, sit outside for hours while I'm inside like partying, and then take us home. Like he never tried to be like, oh, just because I drink, you can't drink, or you can't hang out with your friends, or you can't.
What are you doing?
You see, now you threw that man on the bus. We didn't need to know that. And when you see train wrecks like the extremely viral videos of Travis Hunter and Leanna Lenay still clocking the views for most of this month, you gotta realize why men run from commitment. There are no longer any incentive for men to risk their legacy on no-fault divorces with the wrong woman. Shout out to Texas for trying to undo the damage of making divorce so easy. So exactly why did the world get so fixated on this young couple, especially Leanna? With all the freedom that women enjoy today, why did both men and women unite in their disdain for Leanna's behavior and character? Aren't women free to have hot girl summers the way men run through women?
God, yeah, I've done multiple live streams on it on YouTube. I think it's absolutely horrible. You know, niggas know her in the city. I'm gonna just keep it like that.
Hold on, time on. Nah, don't keep it like nothing, man. Slow down. Divulge, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, niggas know her in the city. I mean, it's a couple of niggas who came to me and shit like that, talking about what she used to be on, and she actually worked at.
The answer to that question gets at the fantasy versus the reality of modern womanism. And these polar opposite things are clashing big time, as we see with Travis and Leanna. Today's modern woman feels that all of the rules that apply to women for centuries no longer apply to them. They simply waved a magic wand and made all those expectations of classy ladies disappear. Women can now do whatever men do and can have all the hot girl summers they want in their 20s. And when they hit their 30s, men should be honored to wipe them up regardless of the wild fun they had in their 20s. On top of that, they want the man they let marry them to be the same kind of traditional husband that men were in the 1950s. Oh boy, but for them, they can do whatever the hell they want, with whoever they want, whenever they want. This is exactly what Leanna is doing to Travis. And you want to know something? All modern women want a good, all-American boy like Travis Hunter who lets them be free with no rules, no boundaries, yet they have strict, one-sided rules for the man. Go figure. Both of them, Travis and Leanna, need finishing school, but Leanna needs wife school. When I did some research on the differences between finishing school, etiquette school, and wife school, ChatGPT's AI still favors the modern woman agenda, like I pointed out last year. It immediately attacked wife schools as outdated, antiquated, and old-fashioned. Basically, it says finishing schools today are generally equally geared towards men and women in a gender-neutral way. Oh, boy. This is exactly why more modern women have no clue how to be wives. I didn't say all modern women, by the way. Don't get up in a little hussy fit, but a lot. Finishing school for women has to be very different than for men. Modern women think being a wife is a genderless partnership instead of a marriage. Even Leanna said this about her relationship with Travis. This is why I always say traditional women get marriages, but modern women get situationships. Now, let's go over some clips of her that prove she needs wife in finishing school ASAP.
Drink. He doesn't drink. And I'm Hispanic, so I have tequila like in my veins. So I drink. I don't drink a lot, but I drink, and I used to party and stuff. And he would literally drive me, sit outside for hours while I'm inside like partying, and then take us home. Like he never tried to be like, oh, just because I drink, you can't drink, or you can't hang out with your friends, or you can't.
Recall that Leanna told the whole world in a careless and reckless way that what made her fall for Travis was that he was so not possessive and controlling that he would drive her to parties, wait in the doggone car because he didn't smoke or drink, while she drank and partied with friends for hours. Total lack of self-awareness. Couldn't read the room at all. How does this bring peace to Travis? No woman would let a boyfriend do all that and still have enough respect to claim him as her man. If anything, they would make him a joke to their girlfriends. Women hate weak men they can run over. Gentlemen, remember that. Women hate weak men they can run over. And something tells me if Travis were just a regular guy sitting outside the car waiting for her, she would have let him drop her and her friends off after the party, laugh in his face, then tell him to lose her number. Since she's still engaged to him and insists they get married as soon as the NFL draft, she needs wife school badly. My advice, instead of inadvertently throwing Travis under the bus with this terrible story that men cringed at everywhere, she should have either not said anything or just say, I really fell for Travis when he let me hang with my friends without being jealous or possessive. Simple, just like that. We don't need to know the simp details. Keep the simping behind closed doors. She has all his account passwords. Dog, yet he don't have hers out of his own mouth. How does this bring peace to Travis? She tried to correct him real quick, you saw that, because she know how bad it sounds that their relationship is one-sided in her favor. But gentlemen, aren't all modern women just like this? I once met a chick, but soon cut her off. You'll see why. And we got on the topic of past relationships. We had literally just met. That led to the conversation about workplace etiquette for men and women. Now get this, fellas. She said she didn't tolerate her man flirting with women in the workplace. So, then I asked her if she flirted in her workplace with other guys. She laughed and said, yes. So I said, girl, you a hypocrite. How you gonna have rules for him but not for you? She laughed and said, because women can handle flirting better than men. Whatever. So then I laughed and prodded her to explain various scenarios she had with these male coworkers and what did her guy do with female coworkers in his workplace. So long story short, she all but went to the hotel room with these guys, y'all, at her job, all these coworkers. Some of them even touching and feeling her all the way up. And she was going back and forth with them. She was flirting back with them just like that. Yet her man, you know what he did? He was only guilty of walking a female coworker to her car, and she got mad at him for that. The double standards keep men away from commitments, ladies. Now, in the case of her silly password rule, yes, it was her rule because Travis doesn't have all her passwords. She should simply have said, we trust each other enough to not hide anything. That's it. The whole password thing, by the way, is full of insecurities and just asking for trouble. I don't even understand that at all, really. Just don't bother with the phone. Just leave them her phone, your phone. That's it. Anyway.
We have each other's passwords to everything. We don't hide. Even if we don't get on it, we know each other's passwords. To literally everything.
I don't know every password. I do forget.
You're lying.
Okay, another topic. She said more than once Travis wasn't her type. Now, every woman knows good and doggone well what this means. Yet Leanna tried to gaslight us by saying he was too young. Oh boy. Now, we all know when women are turned off by young dudes, the first thing they say is, boy, you too young, right? Comment below if that's true. Don't believe me? Okay, let this smart lady in this video put you on game.
Answered was, how did you guys meet?
How did we meet? That's gonna be the number one question everybody want to know.
I shot myself on Instagram and she dubbed me.
And I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type.
And Travis would start by saying she dubbed him, which
young men need to have more pride. They need to have more pride because if a woman dumps you, if she ghosts you, if she friend zones you, that should have been your maybe first but last attempt to try to holler or talk to this woman. Why? Especially women on Instagram. And I'm sure that Lenay, am I saying her name right? Lenay, she was probably an Instagram baddie. Obviously, her IG is completely taken down. So a woman like that friend zones you, dumps you, leave her alone. And there should have never been a response from Travis back to her when she replied to him after 2 months. That's what I mean. It's disrespectful for a man to himself if he tries to talk back to this woman.
See? Now, this lady knows exactly what she's talking about. Then Leanna tried to come up with another excuse for why he wasn't her type. She said he was cheating on his previous girlfriend by texting her. Oh boy, this is all cap because Travis is not a player. We all know. All my confident guys out there already know. We already know this just by the way he's been moving in this relationship. He's a smart, nerdy, good Christian dude. The kind of good guy most modern women don't want, but will quote unquote settle for to secure the bag while they have side dudes they mess with. Unless someone can drop receipts on this alleged girlfriend that Leanna mentioned, I don't believe for one bit he had a girlfriend. She just wants to deflect from her cheating ways, which we all know about by now. Leanna should have simply said, at first I wasn't really into him because he was too young and I tend to like older guys. That's it. Nothing else.
Or was using Travis is because she actually had a tattoo of a money sign on her ring finger. And well, near the end of this music video, it just so happens to zoom in on her fucking finger.
Round 3, we ain't done yet.
And you could very clearly see the money sign right there. Now this was exactly a year before Travis and Leanna reportedly started dating. But remember, she was leading him on for months, at least 4 months that we know of. So that
you already know I wouldn't be me if I wouldn't do my investigative work for you guys. So I looked up Lenay, I looked up some personal information about her, and then I came across this picture. What does this picture show us? This picture shows us one of her hands, obviously, and we see this big, huge rock. I wonder who it's from.
And there's that doggone dollar sign on her ring finger. This should be self-evident. First of all, it's a tattoo. Small ones are okay, but this is a dollar sign on her ring finger. This alone tells you she needs wife school to be ready for all the places Travis is about to go to. And judging for what I've seen, it'll take 5 to 10 years for her to be ready, as she has no concept of being a wife with this doggone dollar sign on her ring finger. Ladies, not sure how many times men have to stress this. We prefer you not to have any tats, but if you do, please keep them small and out of sight. This is kind of related to the classy ladies rule, be seen, not heard. But in the case of tats, don't be seen at all. Oh, speaking of tattoos, that massive, unattractive full arm tattoo and butt thigh tats, oh boy. There was a time when classy ladies never ever had tattoos. Now, to be fair, if you watch The Empress on Netflix, which is very good by the way, and everyone, especially women, should watch it. The main character, Austrian Empress Elizabeth C.C. von Wittelsbach, actually rebelled a bit in the 1800s and got a small tattoo of an anchor. However, she still maintained her classy lady status. But do you think her emperor husband would have been cool if she draped her entire arm in ink? Man, she would have been tossed to the commoner street. I know that for a fact. Long story short, I got to keep it 100. When I saw Leanna's massive arm tattoo, that full arm tattoo, and the other noticeable tattoos, and the way she keeps poking her hip out in every pose, I immediately got stripper vibes, even before I heard about the Cheetahs Club allegation in Atlanta. Oh, and then there's that Heisman Trophy mishap. Oh boy. She didn't know that when her fiancé, her superstar fiancé, reaches a major milestone like the Heisman Trophy, where millions of people around the world are watching, common sense tells you to stand up and clap for your man. You don't need no doggone finishing school or lessons on etiquette here. If you go to a high school or college graduation ceremony and your man or woman is called, doggone, you get up and cheer. Everyone knows this. The Heisman is way bigger than that. And she said she didn't know what to do. Ma'am, stop the cap. This tells me she is simply nowhere near ready to be by his side, especially with his squeaky clean Christian football image and 4.0 GPA academic success. They are an odd couple in this respect. Though she did go to college herself, I'll give her that. But they need to bring back wife and finishing school lessons in college. But we all know schools today are way too feminized to even think about training women to be wives of highly successful men. Oh, and then she didn't want to kiss Travis on national TV. Why? Because he recognized cheerleaders cheering him on like cheerleaders have done for doggone over 100 years. Ma'am. This is actually proof she might actually like him, because a professional female finesser would have gladly kissed and hugged him like a pro while counting dollar signs on her head. See there, Leanna? Leanna, I'm actually showing the world you might be telling the truth when you say you love him. You just don't know how to be a wife, and that may damage his brand, hun. And why did she hop in that doggone Adidas commercial, which was risky for the brand, as we now see with this scandal? Oh boy, who remembers that now infamous clip of Suge Knight criticizing P. Diddy for always being up in all the music videos?
Thank God. Second of all, I'd like to thank my whole entire Defo family on both sides, you know what I'm saying? Any artist out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star, and don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the record, dancing. Come to Death Row.
This applies to Leanna. I can't recall a time where a Heisman Trophy winner had his girlfriend in a commercial. What the hell? Again, for the modern young ladies, notice how the public, both women and men, clearly had a problem with this. Remember, it's best to be seen, not heard. Why is that hard? In this case, don't be seen or heard. Let your man shine while building his brand so he can take care of both of you. Oh, boy, this is another example why I actually think she does have feelings for him. A truly successful man hustler, aka gold excavator, knows how to stay in their lane, smile on the sidelines, and avoid getting into every commercial so he can build that money up. These women stay in the shadows, playing the long game. The more Leanna hops in these commercials, especially with all the video receipts of her every day we see, the lower his brand value becomes. Young men buy sneakers because they want to be like their sports hero. That's why they buy those sneakers. How many dudes want to be seen as a simp? This is the danger Travis's brand is facing, and Adidas may politely tell him, dude, we only want you in our commercials from now on, because they will lose money if Travis becomes the simp laughingstock of men. Young men would rather be associated with either a cool player or a smooth-talking bachelor than a disrespected simp.
I call him twice. Where's that coming from? What's that? That's Trev, we're going to take one as a group, and that's it.
Oh, and then she had that very, very visible attitude at Travis's football signing with his fans and that whole photo shoot thing because she didn't want to sit there too long. Oh, brother. Again, though she and Travis tried to gaslight the public about her obvious attitude sitting there waiting as Travis took pics and signed footballs for fans, she must have feelings for him for disrupting his whole work that pays the bills. A seasoned gold excavator knows how to smile, be polite, and sit quietly while her lick clocks the money. Think about it. He's probably worth $200 an hour right there during this photo shoot. People are giving her too much credit for being smart at controlling Travis's money potential. She actually is not that bright at all here. Her jealousy and need for attention is getting in the way of the bag. Travis is just under her spell and he is clearly pee-whipped.
The first sign when you have a toxic wife is that they will lead you to self-doubt. Their observations about you, sometimes even their body language, is such that you begin to doubt every decision you make, everything you say, everything you do.
The reason we cut off sex is because we marry for the wrong reasons. We cut off sex because we got married to be taken care of, and the unrealistic expectation that our husbands are supposed to make us happy.
Oh, okay. Oh, boy. And then she has a rule that he can't take pics with female fans unless she's present, and his hands better be in his pockets. No touching. What the hell? Man, I wish a woman would try to press me like that. She'd be gone in 60 seconds like that doggone movie. All men know that in professional sports, men have to travel nationwide on the road, taking pics at all hours. Ain't no doggone way on earth is her rule even practical, let alone make any doggone business sense. She must be in it partially for love. Trust me, because if this were a 100% finesse, she wouldn't care at all about such rules of jealousy. A woman in it purely for the money would smile, clock that dough, and break bread with that broke, dusty bum she really likes back at home. So I'll give Leanna a break here again because she must have feelings for him. Sometimes even exotic dancer chicks fall for some of their licks and tricks. Not saying Leanna's one of those, though, you know, there seems to be receipts that she worked at Cheetahs and the ATL. A woman who is very skilled at finessing men never get caught slipping with emotions and jealous behavior like Leanna. All right, that's enough. That's enough. Damn, I can go on and on and on about all the big mistakes Leanna's making that is not bringing any peace to Travis's life at all and is actually damaging his business brand. Again, I'm starting to think part of her really is falling for him while the other part wants to exploit his future potential. There's a tug of war going on in her, and recall that the late Kevin Samuels called such women bipolar spoiled brats. Remember that? Will the part of her that has feelings for him win in the end? Will her hidden but growing love conquer all? Or will it cause her to drop the bag for another, more polished, prepared woman to step in and lift Travis to higher heights? Subscribe to this channel to get our analysis and like this video, please. That's it for today. The Apocalypse of Good Men continues.